Moose, I don't know why we call him Moose, but we do. So just a tremendous season. You know, to the what he means to this team, the leadership that he has shown, the work ethic. You know, he couldn't take enough cuts in the cage. You know, I couldn't hit him enough ground balls. Okay, it's always, you know, he's always wanting to work, always pushing himself to make that. You know, if he missed one, you know, I hit two and he'd miss one. Hey, give me another one, coach. Give me another one. You know, and he always wanted to make sure he was perfect. Okay, as perfect as he possibly could be. Okay, so I love his work ethic. I love the model, the role model that he is for these younger guys, to see what it means to work hard at your craft. No matter how good you think you are, you can always be better. Okay? You can always work a little bit harder, and make sure that you're as prepared as you possibly can be for the situation. Okay? There's a phrase, and just some of the things that he did this year. This was still those 19 strikeouts against Regents was beautiful, beautiful, unbelievable. He was dialing, and then he came out and played against Regents. I wasn't there, but came out against Regents, and when we lost, I mean I wasn't there, but he didn't have the stuff. You know, he pitched fairly well, but you can tell I was watching. Because I wasn't there, I was watching. I could tell I just wasn't clicking, and that happens. Okay, but so what do you think? You know, so then we go play Regents in that semifinal game. They're thinking, yeah. You know, so I think Regents totally was surprised that the first Ethan showed up, right? Because they were thinking we're gonna hit this guy. We hit him before.
Were you there for that one?
I was there.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what the difference was, but
okay.
Yeah. So so for him to rebound and to make that kind of a showing in that big a spot, you know, the British have a saying, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Okay, and Ethan is a great example of that. You know, it was his time. Right? And so, did you hit a home run against Timberlake again? Yeah, wow. He owned Timberlake. He hit, how many home runs you hit? 3 or 4? He hit 4 home runs against Timberlake in his career. I've never had a guy do that. You know, he had 112 strikeouts this year. He had 83 or so last year. So he had well over 200 strikeouts, probably close to 300 strikeouts for his career. Okay, that's pretty phenomenal. Had 2 home runs this year, and like I say, batted .670 or whatever, you know, and he was a unanimous player of the year for backup. So to have, and that's other coaches voting for it, you know, and a lot of times you get some mixed votes, and people like that, I don't like that Grace team, I'm not gonna vote, you know, for their guy. It was unanimous. It was not even close that he was player of the year. And so, you know, I love, like I say, just his ability, but also just his humble attitude. Comes to practice every day wanting to work. You know, I love that. I wish I had 10 more guys just like that, just coming to the field, putting in the time, working hard, and one of the things that I think I really appreciate most about him is the joy that he brings. I love the fact that he just loves playing the game. Just loves coming out, playing, and enjoying the time he has between the lines. So he is also a co-MVP of this year for Grace. And then the other one, this is the so the MVPs. Those are the little class. Okay, there's the little ones. As important as they are, they're not as important as the big plaques. Okay? Leadership, that's a big plaque. Okay? Warrior Award, that's a big plaque. Okay? Because it means a lot. Okay? Part of what I give is for guys that just put a stamp on your program. they're the ones that leave the program better than they found it. Okay? They've led by example. They've worked hard in the classroom. Wasn't easy. Wasn't easy, right? But he worked, right? He worked at it. He worked his tail off. Okay? All right? So, and that's all you can, that's all you can ask is just put in the work. Okay? So you put in the work in school, put in the work in the field, led by example, and just the overall character and the way you have left this program and led by example, you also get the legacy award. That's all I got.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say on and with you especially, I've coached a lot of these guys coming up through Kiwanis, and you played at the park out there. And Ethan was always a year behind Davis and the teams I was coaching. But when I was out there, everybody was always talking about, have you seen Ethan? Have you seen Ethan? Have you heard this kid? Have you seen him pitch? Have you seen him play third at the time? Have you seen him hit? And he was always kind of a year behind us, so we didn't. But that was the buzz going on. And then about a year or two later, we were out there and we did see him. And he was always like, hey, little guy on third base, man, he is just a baller, right? So, and we did finally see him, and you could tell early on, you just said his joy for the game. I was going to say his passion for it. And find something that you enjoyed on in life as much as he does with baseball and makes it as good at it. But you could tell early on when he was that tall that he was anointed with this game and was going to do great things with it. So I've been watching you since you're that little guy on third base that everybody was talking about out of the park, and it's been awesome to see you grow up into the manager that you are now. And just two other things, and I swear I just wanted you parents to know this about your team. I mean, we're here to coach the skill and the talent and the mechanics and the fundamentals and all that, but we're also in it for the long haul as far as the character of these guys. And there's two things that just, when I think back on this season, yeah, I can remember the home runs, the strikeouts, or any of those plays. We all get that. But a couple things that happened that you all don't know about, that I just want y'all to know about your sons over here. After the Christian Heritage game, are you going to say that? The championship game, and I'm just going to say this, we're here on church grounds, so I'll be nice about it. Christian Heritage, they're not maybe the warmest cup of tea in the room, okay? So, but we have our differences with our program along the way, and they may not like Grace Christian that much, but we had a good showing and a good outing and a good game with them. And after we won that game, they had one of the dads on that team came out and met y'all while you were celebrating, or after the award ceremony, and said to all of you all, what did he say to you?
Yeah, he said, I don't like losing, but if I'm going to lose, I don't mind losing to you guys.
Yes.
You're a classy bunch of guys.
Yes.
He was knows some Dodgers one too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was. But to have the opposing team just lose in the state championships, to say, hey, I hate losing, but if I'm going to lose, I want to lose to this program right here because I respect these guys in the way that they handle themselves. That meant a lot. And then, and just to say again that the last practice, it was that Monday before we went out to eat steaks, and we met over at AC, and we played wiffle ball, and then and it was coach's idea always to do this. We got around the center court, and we put Moose in the middle, and every coach and every player put their hands on him, and we went around that circle, and every player prayed over him, and every coach prayed over him, and sent him off to his next chapter. And those are the things that you don't see and that you don't know about, but that's what's going on with this program and with every one of these guys sitting here at this table and on this team. And again, it all starts at the top. But those are the things. I wish there was an award to give you all for that, but just want everybody to know that. Take that home with you tonight, and also take those moments with you throughout the rest of your life.